Well then, welcome back to Budget Bangers, where I am at WB and Sons and I am freezing yet again. I am here to collect my auction car, which was the Volvo S40, and we're going to have a little look around it here in the freezing cold, because that's a sensible thing to do. Really with the car, I've not had a proper look around it. I've literally, in the auction, I put in my bids, just seeing a picture of it, and then after I'd won the winning bid, I actually went and had a look to see what I bought. I had a little look around, look inside, saw it was what it was like, and I was quite happy with it. So we're just waiting for it to be brought out, and then we'll have a look. Right then, and here it is, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a bit of a stunner. I'm very pleased with what I've got so far. Just going for the basics, looking around. Bodywork is really quite tidy on it. You know, you can't see anything too untoward until you get down to the bottoms. A little bit of rust starting to pour through in the sills and the bottoms of the doors, which could be easy enough rectified, but a little bit of bubbling starting to come through, which again we can forgive it for. It looks like it's got a electric popping up aerial for the stereo, which looks like it wants some attention. But really, very happy. And again, some more rust. It does seem to have snow tyres on it. The front ones on the passenger side looks like it's about due to be changed. And they definitely want some disc pads on the front. But other than that, I'm over the moon. Too nice for me. It looks like it's had something like a show plate or something stuck on the front of it. Yeah, let's have a look inside. I've left it running because I didn't know whether the battery was dead or not. Inside is beautiful. It smells clean. You've got half leather seats, and a big thing for me as well, it's got heated seats as well. I've never owned a car with heated seats, not a personal car anyway. You have to forgive us, this is the first time I've actually seen this car. Do we have service history? Do we have a lock and wheel or not? Come on, be service history. Oh, never. No service history. Oh well, we can look into that. I'm pretty sure these are belt driven. Might have to look into getting that sorted. Yeah. Wheel wise, the wheels are spot on. You just need some new centre caps. I've always been a fan of these cars. Because people who probably know me and watch my channel, I am a bit of a fan of Volvos. I do like them. We've got a little bit of water sat in the bottom there, but I think we're not talking end of the world stuff. Really happy with it so far. Lovely car. Smells lovely, and I've got to give credit to WB and Sons. They've been great to deal with. Let's have a look spec wise, see what we've got. All around electric windows, electric adjusted mirrors, front and rear fog lights, heated seats, air conditioning. We've got a clicking from the dashboard, which I don't know what that's all about. What is that? Yeah, well, let's see if we've looked out. I don't really care too much at this current moment in time if the aircon works or not. It's a bit hard to tell because it's fresh as a daisy outside. Seems to be the blower motor seems to be a bit funny. Can't seem to make its mind up on what speed it's running. Yeah. Stereo, does that work? Stereo works as well. And it doesn't have the radio code in it. I wonder, that clicking's going the same time as that light is. Is it because the seatbelt's not being fastened? Let's have a look. Yeah, the clicking's because of the seatbelt. Happy days. A little bit of fraying on the seatbelt, which was advised on this last test. But overall, I'm really happy with this. This is probably going to be the car that replaces my Kia. So once I get it MOT'd and things like that, we'll get the cruising. I'll probably just wait till the summer to tidy up the bits of rust on the sills and things like that. We're not happy so far. Can't complain too much. I think I'll figure out how we get into the bonnet and we'll go from there. I then figured out how we get into the bonnet, and I've just looked out. It has had a belt on it from Volvo. It's 77,000 miles in 2010. I think it's on 22 now, so it'll probably be due another one by age, but it's not something that I'll need to do straight. I don't like to do things like that straight away. I want to use them, and I want to make sure they're right before you go ploughing money into it, because you don't want to spend money servicing them, chucking belts on, things like that, for then the gearbox to blow up and then you've just spent loads of money. I like to make sure everything with the car is right before you go ploughing money into them. You use them a little bit. It's got a half tank of petrol in this thing will probably last 5 minutes. So yeah, just always run them for a little bit. If you go buying a car, don't book it straight into the garage for a timer belt, for this, for that, the other. Use them for a bit. The belt has been changed. The belt has been changed, so we don't need to worry excessively about it, which is good news. It has got an AA battery on it, which looks alright as well. Yes, I am impressed. A little disappointed that it doesn't have any service history with it. It's even got mats on mats as well. I'd be a lot happier if it had good service history with it. Yeah, we'll get it loaded up on the truck and get it home and see what we make of it. Right then, and we're back, and I just thought I'd show you this Fiesta I've got in at the minute. It's 08 1.4 diesel. It's 122,000 miles, and I've just had a viewing on this just as I got back, and we'll hop inside out and we'll have a chat about it. So yeah, anyway, sorry about that. Neighbour was out there hoovering his car. I didn't know whether he'd want to be on camera or not. So yeah, had a viewing on this car, quite simply. As soon as I pulled up, because they got here before me, I knew straight away they weren't taking this car. A lad, well, I'm saying a lad, he was probably about, he could have been my age, to be honest with you. I pulled up and they were in a 21 plate BMW of some description. I think it was like an electric or a hybrid thing. Could have quite easily been 40-50 grand's worth of motor. So I can tell you from experience, if you have somebody rock up and they're getting out the passenger seat of daddy's expensive car, straight away I could tell you they ain't buying it, because their expectations are going to be way too high. And for me, it was the case with this one. Now, this is a super clean car. It's good on. It's not bad on mileage for a diesel. It's really, really clean, and it's a cheap car. It's up for $14.95, and straight away looked under the bonnet, looked at the oil, wanted to know whether it had a timing belt and things like that. And as I always say to my customers who buy the car, if it's got good history and I can see it hasn't had a timing belt, I will put a belt on. If it doesn't have any history, or if it only has part service history, I am not really going to put a belt on. I'll have a look behind the covers. If it's a really old knackered belt, then I'll put one on. They're a little bit awkward to get to on these, so I haven't looked. But I would never commit myself to saying this car's had a belt on, because if I was to do that and they take it away and it snaps, the first thing they'll do is get on the phone. You said this car had a timing belt on it. No, my cars are always really cheap. $14.95 car. It's a cheap car. This could potentially, I know places the probably will be 1,900 quid. Possibly be cheeky because it's quite a clean car. Could it be $2,000? I don't see it myself. Really, I see the retail of this as being $16.95, so I'll put $14.95 just to keep it under a bit. And yeah, they didn't buy it because they can't use it straight away, because it wants a service and it wants a timing belt. But yeah, so I just thought I'd ask your opinions on it, because I'm obviously in this situation, I'm biased. My personal opinion, I would rather this car be safe. I'd rather it go out. Brakes are good, suspension's good, tyres are good, the things that matter. I don't want somebody to take away a death trap, and have an accident because of that and go, oh wait, at least it's got clean oil. That's an oil and filter change isn't a priority for me. Realistically, a timing belt, I would always advise that it's never had a timing belt. Some of the people that buy these cars really just do not care, I'll be honest with you. And a lot of the times they'd rather have the peace of mind of getting the timing belt done themselves. So yeah, do you think I am being unreasonable by not putting a timing belt on a 2008 car with 122,000 miles on it for 1,500 quid? I'm obviously biased in this situation. I prioritise safety. That is my main concern when it comes down to it. I would rather spend the money making sure it is safe, it is usable, and they're not going to have a car accident. I can see why people would want a timing belt to be done, want a service to be done, because they don't want to go buying a car and then spending money on it. But there's got to be a cut-off point for me at some point. And for me, safety first. Has to be. I could probably look into servicing it, looking to getting the timing belt done, but by the time I've done that, we're not really looking at a great deal of profit. I already gave good money for this. Now, it's not my customers' issue of my profits, realistically. They just want a good car. But yeah, so feel free to get down below in them comments, and if you think I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. If you think I'm right, yeah, tell me. I'm happy to hear, because I am biased in the situation. I want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can do with these cars, and yeah, as I've said, safety for me, it's got to be number one. getting an oil and filter done's not a big expense. With a timing belt maybe, but I would never suggest to somebody to go out, buy a car, and then straight away put it in for a timing belt, put it in for a service, and then, you know, things happen on all cars. You could do 200 miles and the gearbox could go, you know. Anything could happen. But yeah, get in them comments. Let's see how many agree and how many disagree. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.